Hi, folks. I'm Dan Aubuchon, and this is The Joy of Teaching Tennis. The other day, I was talking to a colleague of mine, a longtime friend, and somehow we got on the subject of tour coaches. And it got me to thinking about how many different jobs there are in the tennis world. And that's what we want to talk about a little bit today. The different types of tennis coaching environments there are, and the different jobs, and then how to go about getting into each of these fields. I started teaching tennis in the summer in my local city's Parks and Rec department. Now, there's a lot of great summer jobs for Parks and Rec tennis instructors, but there are also some very impressive and large tennis programs throughout the United States in public parks. So job number one is the public park teachers. You have to be flexible, you have to be able to teach groups and privates, and it's a great learning environment for a tennis teacher. Then I joined Peter Burwash International, and PBI was a great environment that allowed me to teach in so many different venues. There are club teachers. They range from private clubs, country clubs, indoor tennis facilities. So in the club environment, again, you'll teach groups, you'll teach privates, you'll teach juniors, you'll teach adults. It's a much more structured environment than the public parks. Oftentimes you'll have certain hours that you work. You might even be paid now in hourly fees as opposed to straight commission work, which is often the way in other environments. PBI was very famous, and it gave me my start in resort teaching. Resort environments are very special. I loved resort teaching. Resort teaching, you have to have high energy and be outgoing because you're always trying to find new clients. In the club environment, you'll be teaching people over a long period of time. In resorts, you'll be teaching people for a very short time, usually 3 to 7 days. Oftentimes in some of the better resorts, you'll see people annually coming back for the same vacation. But the basic concept of resort teaching, I would say, is it's a constant flux of new students and changing students all the time. The next environment is what we call high performance teaching. This is either teaching in tennis academies or teaching in junior programs where the aim is tournament play. And high performance coaching can go all the way from teaching in these junior programs up to coaching on the tour. The biggest thing I want you to understand about tour level coaching is it's fun and exciting to work with players with such fantastic physical skills. But don't be fooled to think that you have to have some sort of special advanced coaching knowledge to coach professional players. The biggest weakness I feel in today's professional game is a lack of fundamentals. And so if you're a good fundamental coach, you can be a good advanced and high performance coach. I never planned on coaching professional players. I was kind of forced into it by Peter Burwash. I didn't think I had the playing skill and background to be a professional coach. But once I was put into that environment, I found out that you don't have to be a great player to coach well, as long as you have a strong understanding of fundamentals and the basic skill of any coach is sensitive to the needs of your student. Some of my best coaching experience have been with tour players where I coached them the same simple things that I had coached club players, and it made a big difference in their games. So I'm probably leaving out some of the, another one is summer camps. There are a number of great summer camps throughout the United States. I was lucky enough to work for 20 summers in the summer camp environment, and that was a great experience as well. So, as you can see from this brief listing, there are lots of different tennis teaching environments, and they all will provide you different experiences that you can learn from. But the big thing that I want you to understand is teaching is teaching. What happens when you get out there is, if you understand the fundamentals of the teaching, then it's all about your ability to communicate and relate to your student. To close up today, I'd like to talk about the biggest issue right now in the tennis industry is we don't have enough young people getting into tennis teaching. Tennis teaching is a great profession. It'll keep you outdoors, it'll keep you active, you'll learn to meet so many different people. It can be a wonderful career. But the problem is, in our tennis industry today, we're not bringing enough young people into the teaching industry. So I would challenge all of you older folks out there in tennis teaching, and I know a lot of my friends are watching this who have been in the teaching game for a long time, is show this video to a young player that loves the game. Show this video to somebody who's dabbling a bit in teaching, but they're on the fence. Talk to them, encourage them to get involved in the profession. Tennis teaching is one of the few professions that you can work your way up from no experience at all to the top of the industry in a number of years, but it depends on the mentorship that you receive. I was lucky to have some of the greatest people in the tennis world helping me, and I hope that all of you out there will help bring more young people into this great profession. Thanks for listening, and take care, and we'll see you soon on The Joy of Tennis Teaching.